Hi, it's Mark Cook for Kitplanes. You know, if you've been watching the headset market, especially the high-end A&R market, you would not be wrong to think that it's a little bit stagnant. We've had the Bose A20 at the top of the heap for a long time. We've had Lightspeed with a number of options there, as well as the Zulu 3, an example of which I have in the airplane I've been flying with for a while. So it's a little bit of a surprise to see this headset, which is the Lightspeed Delta Zulu, show up. Now, Lightspeed is pitching this as sort of a safety wearables idea, and it's not without merit. It has a built-in CO detector, so your carbon monoxide levels are enunciated to you verbally as well as through the app, which I'll show you in a second. It has a couple of other interesting features as well, something they call hearing equity, for EQ, for equalization. It's a really interesting concept. It allows you to run a very short calibration routine, and it will essentially adjust the frequency response of the headset to compensate for your own hearing loss. Now, like a lot of older pilots who've been around motorsports and airplanes for a long time, I definitely have some high-end roll-off. And by doing the calibration, I was able to essentially boost the high-end frequency response of this headset, and that helps a lot. It actually improves the sound quality. It makes radio calls easier to interpret. There's a lot of things that it does for you that's not just a gimmick. And I confess I thought it was a little bit of a gimmick until I tried it, and it turned out to be a really nice feature. So the CO detector is built into the headset. It actually has a 10-year life, and you can send the headset back to Lightspeed, and they will refurbish the module for you. I don't know what the cost is, but it's probably fairly modest. And it will give you an ongoing indication of the carbon monoxide levels in the cockpit atmosphere. You can set the thresholds for warnings in the app, and it will tell you, it'll audibly tell you when there is an exceedance, but it'll also show up on the app. One of the cool things about the app is you can go to the home page, and it will actually show you what the current carbon monoxide was. One of the other things that Lightspeed decided to change with the Delta Zulu was the battery pack. Now, it's a little bit larger than the battery pack for the Zulu 3, but it has an important distinction. There's actually two slide-in battery modules. There's a lithium-ion rechargeable battery, as well as one that holds a couple of AA batteries. And that allows you to use the lithium-ion, keep it charged, and basically use the AA's as a backup. I haven't had a chance to, because of the cold weather, to get a real good feel on how long the lithium-ion pack goes. But the AA's are a nice backup for that in case you're on a trip and you don't have the opportunity to recharge. So that's a nice update to the unit as well. Now, of course, it's still supposed to be a comfortable headset, and what Lightspeed has done is really update the A&R circuitry for this particular headset. And I can tell you from trying these back-to-back, I have a set of Zulu 3s in the airplane. I've flown with the Zulu 3s a lot. This is a noticeably quieter headset. The low-end rumble is more subdued, and it's a better unit. It's clearly a new generation or an updated generation of the headset, and it's actually very impressive. I used to really like the Zulu 3, and now I kind of like this better. But the point is they've evolved it and made it a better headset as well as adding the other features. So the Lightspeed app is actually pretty comprehensive, in addition to giving you a real-time view of what your carbon monoxide levels are. And let's take a look. It's zero, fortunately. With all this talking, there's still zero carbon monoxide. And the nice thing about that is you can plug over and you can look at the statistics page, and it will tell you what your CO readings were over a period of time, in addition to the temperature inside. So it picks it up out of that. You have an opportunity to set up in the app. That's what you use to set up the equalization circuit. You also have a really nice recording function, and I'm actually using this to record the video. It'll pick up anything that the headset is hearing through the Bluetooth and convey it to your connected device. It actually works really well. It's a nice way to record ATC, to do videos, or whatever you want to do with it. And it will store it on the phone, and you can pull it down and listen to it and use it in different ways later on. So it's fair to say, what is this going to cost? And what Lightspeed has done is kind of moved itself up in the echelon a little bit, but it still undercuts Bose a little bit. So the old Zulu 3 was a $900 headset. That's right in line with David Clark's DC-1X. Now the Bose A20 is a $1,200 headset, and it's been like that for a while. Where Lightspeed has come in with the Delta Zulu is right at $1,100. So they slightly undercut the Bose, but with a whole bunch of other features that the Bose doesn't have. And that makes this actually a pretty good deal. It's a very comfortable headset. It has a lot of cool features, and it still undercuts the Bose just a little bit. Only a $200 upcharge from a Zulu 3. So the question is it worth the $200 upcharge over the Zulu 3? It definitely is. You get the carbon monoxide detector, you get the hearing equity, and you get the replaceable battery packs. It's a pretty good deal for $200. So thanks for joining me on a brief winter flight here in the Pacific Northwest. We had some sunshine, so I had to get out of the office. Now let's see if I can still land this thing. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm Mark Cook with Kitplanes. We'll see you next time.